I should really get my own intro.
I-DLE definitely should have won. Some of y'all are a bunch of negative Nancys. I will tell you that right now. This morning, I was watching the MAMA Awards in Korea. For whatever reason, there's 3 MAMA Awards. And I thought, this is delightful. What a great show. I get to learn about some different artists from different Asian countries that I didn't know about. Loved it. For example, there was Dean Ting. He sang this beautiful song called I Miss You, and I loved it so much, and I downloaded it to my Apple Music, and so now I've been sitting here all day today like Then there was Marion Jola. I loved her. She was like sassy, and she like had attitude. It kind of reminded me of like, you know, like CL throwback sort of situation right there. So downloaded her song as well, although I could not find the music video on YouTube. I was very upset about that. Then there was Orange from Vietnam. Still haven't really been able to find anything on her. Maybe I'm just bad at Googling. And then there were some nice performances from K-pop acts. So really it was a positive experience for me. Got to learn about some new artists, got to see some artists that I know already perform, and all in all, a wonderful time. I was up making K-pop candles. I make them in my kitchen. They are soy wax and they have a different K-pop artist face on them with different names. And is now a good time for an ad? K-pop candles with over 30 hours of burn time. You can expect a long-lasting, fragrant burning, all with the names and faces of your favorite K-pop acts. What do they smell like, you ask? Well, each scent is different, based specifically off of my personal opinion of what each K-pop idol smells like, even after dance practice. With over 20 scents to choose, including BTS, Monsta Flex, Stan Luna, and more, you can find a candle that's just right for you and your bias. Check them out at classysmashco.com today. So even after my positive experience of watching the MAMAs, making some candles, seeing some artists that I know perform, and finding out about some new ones, I go and take a nappy poo because it was like 6 in the morning when it finished. And of course, when I wake up, I see people, they have a problem with who won the Best New Artist Award. It went to I-DLE, and everyone thought it should have went to G-I-DLE, which is confusing because I would have guessed that everyone would have thought that it should have gone to Luna, right? Because they're like the group of the year, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Apparently I am. Everyone wanted G-I-DLE. People were saying that Mnet was biased because I-DLE is on, like, Mnet or whatever. And to that I say, maybe. But also, there's some argument for I-DLE. I can't ever pronounce their name. I'm like, is it I-DLE? Is it Is-one? Is it Izoni? Is it Izone? Who knows? But what I do know is La Vie en Rose was a beautiful song, my personal favorite, and so I had no problem with them winning the Rookie or whatever of the year. One person, my friend Jonathan Fink, who I do a podcast with called So Thirsty. Wait. Time for another ad? So Thirsty. A podcast that'll blow your mind with hot topics on K-pop, American pop, and more. Hosted by K-pop candle maker John Norman and shiny fanboy Jonathan Fink. So Thirsty brings the worlds of pop music together in one podcast. Subscribe on Apple Music or Google Play today. So the problem that he has is that Mnet is clickbaiting or what, ad baiting, whatever they call it, to get people to go and vote for the artists that they love. But then Mnet isn't even taking into consideration what was being voted and who won the poll when they're deciding who should win the Best New Artist. Now, is that a fair complaint? Yes, of course. But what you're talking about is a bigger issue than just Mnet and this specific thing. Honestly, have you been on BuzzFeed lately? Or any of those dumb polls that are like, what flavor of vegan ice cream are you? And you have to click through each different page to get to every single question, and every time you do it, it loads a new ad. That sort of thing is just what happened on Mnet, but that sort of thing happens all the time. Honestly, we all gotta make our money. We all gotta make that sweet check. So am I that mad about it? No, not really. I still have a roof over my head. I'm still living. I'm still loving. And the fact that I-DLE just won Best Rookie, Best New Female Artist over G-I-DLE, whatever. Because you could say it's unfair and they only won it because they're under Mnet, or you could argue other reasons why they won it as well over G-I-DLE. If you take a look at the facts, G-I-DLE lost in every category except for votes. Here's how the vote breaks down, and here is why I-DLE definitely should have won. Album sales count for 20%. I-DLE, their albums sold 180,000 copies, whereas G-I-DLE, their albums have only sold, like, in combined 20,000 copies. Pretty big difference there, wouldn't you say? Then you've got the charts. I-1 ranked at number 15. G-IDLE ranked at number 26. Well, so that's 11 points higher. Votes are another 20%, and this is the one category where G-IDLE won. They got 51% of the vote, whereas I-1 only got 18% of the vote. The final 30% goes to expert points, whereas I-1, they ranked number 3 behind Blackpink and Twice on girl group brand ratings. Meanwhile, G-IDLE didn't even get into the top 10. So from what we can see here, what we can surmise is that because I-1 ranked higher in 3 out of 4 categories, they should have won, right? Oh no, of course not. Y'all are just looking at the one little poll that anyone can spam. Anybody can go and spam a poll. It's not hard, it's not rocket science. So I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say, maybe it was false voting. Maybe it was bots. Maybe people were just spamming it. Who knows? Not making any accusations, just coming up with explanations is all. And at the end of the day, there are more important things to worry about. Like, how is our Angel Onu gonna fit in the military? Are the other boys gonna call him names and tease him? Is his buzz cut gonna grow out nicely? These are all questions that we need to be answered, and we need to take what happened at the Mama Awards and put it aside and just focus on the positive things. We need to focus on the artists that got to perform at the Mama Awards, take the new ones, enjoy them, learn something new, or just enjoy the performances from the K-pop groups that you already knew. And if you can't do that, maybe go argue about, I don't know, Pantone's new color of the year. I love it, by the way. Oh my God, it's so nice. If you go watch my old videos, my wall back in 2012 was that color, so you can say she's a trendsetter. Anyway, in summary and in conclusion, I-1, perfectly legitimate. Perfectly fine that they won the award, and you're gonna live, okay? Even if you don't think that they deserved it. A reminder that the link to the K-pop candles and my new podcast about K-pop and other pop with Jonathan Fink is gonna be down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, and other things that you're supposed to do on YouTube. Slam that like button, dab. And until next time, bye.